okay for first 5 rounds. One. 1 out of 10. 5. Alright, today we just got through test firing a new offering out of Russia. It is built at Izhmash, they say by the Legion Custom Factory. I don't know what the hell they do. Maybe they just put their name on it. Maybe they do stuff. They're not exactly forthright coming with, you know, who does what. It's imported by a relatively new company called FIME Group, who is a sister company and also owned by the same general people as Arsenal and K-VAR. And I remember a couple of years ago looking at Arsenal's website, and at the very bottom it said member of the FIME Group. So they must have been around for a little bit. I don't know. Anyway, they're handling all of the SGL imports, and this is an SGL-12 shotgun. These are not conversions. They are brought into the country with the trigger group forward. You can see there's no welded up holes. They come in with a thumbhole stock, I'm sure, and a sporter type handguard. And then once in the USA, FIME installs a standard K-VAR pistol grip and stock, and also K-VAR's relatively new RPK style handguard specifically for the Saiga-12. It also has quite a large sling swivel. You can see you can put really anything on it. And I have a Russian sling on it right now with some electrical tape so it doesn't scratch up too bad. But you could really put anything between these two swivels. This handguard was a pleasant surprise. I wasn't thinking much for it when I ordered these for the first time, heard about them. But they're nice. It's quite comfortable for being a 12 gauge. Nice vent holes. Solid, no wobble. Feels good. This is mostly a stock gun. It did come from the factory with a Russian 8-round mag, which is what they put with their military style guns, their police style guns. I do have a friend who is law enforcement who has one of the Saiga-12, I guess it's S, that were brought in a few years ago, about 10 years ago, that had the long barrel, but it did come with 2 of these 8-round mags, and it looks identical. I did add a Russian style 10-slot flash hider from MD Arms. I don't know, why not? You've got a 19-inch barrel here. Put it on, it really helps, I think, with recoil. Looks nice. This coming from me, of course, because I know exactly what looks nice. Anyway, I have had an original Russian flash hider before, and it did look very similar to this one. The only difference between this one and the original Russian that I had is this one has wrench flats, which I actually like. One of the problems with my Russian was getting it tightened down. We did put about 30 rounds through it. This hider has not even come the slightest bit loose, which is good. A lot of your Saiga devices like to work loose. Otherwise, it's a pretty stock style Saiga. Takes standard AK butt stock, standard AK pistol grip. They do make a railed version of this handguard for people wanting to do that. It does have the manual bolt hold open, which is handy. The sliding dust cover here that's spring loaded. Rubber recoil pad, which just slips on and off, which is kind of convenient for, I just have it tied to the sling so if it falls off. And we just got through test firing it. It did well. First, we used Federal 1 1/8 ounce ammo, and it cycled perfectly out of the 5-round mag here, which is a standard Russian 5-rounder, which came with it. It's in this pouch. It worked fine out of it. The 8-round worked fine with the 1 1/8. This is a nice pouch. I really like it, how it has snap closures, 2 nice big pockets on the side, and a nice pull here for a drum mag. And we also tried it with a drum with the 1 1/8 ounce ammo. MD Arms. It did well. Only had 10 rounds of the ammo left for the drum. We shot all 10 through it. Only had one minor cycling issue on the 8th or the 9th round, but it was a really easy to clear jam. I don't know if it was the ammo, the drum, or just the new gun. We'll do a little more, work with it and see how it does. Again, it was still pretty light ammo. Got this pouch here. have this, actually it's an HK33 pouch. I think it's Turkish, but it holds the 8-round mags perfectly. Latch is fine, buckle's fine, so I've been keeping my 2 8-round mags in this. The ammo it didn't like, we had some Winchester 7/8 ounce Xtra-Lite. It did not like that. It would fire, of course, okay, but it just did not have enough power to extract the shell. It would get stuck in the chamber or just out of the chamber. Pretty easy jams to get rid of, but I would not recommend the Winchester Xtra-Lite stuff. It just didn't work well. And this is set on 2, so. But the Federal worked great, and I'm sure with heavier 2 3/4 and Magnum loads, it'll work even better. Well, so far, pretty good test run. I wish I had a little more 12 gauge, and I wish it wasn't about to start raining here. We try to do a little more, but we'll follow up and shoot more out of it and see how it does reliably. But, you know, first right out of the box, shooting pretty light 12 gauge, it did well with only 1 jam with the good ammo, and, you know, the Winchester we'll just avoid in the future. I'm pretty happy with it. Comparing it to my friend's Saiga-12K out of Russia that was brought in for law enforcement use, it's very close, especially back here. Handguard's a little different, of course, because this is a new K-Bar handguard. But otherwise, it's a very, very close copy of the what is being used over in Russia today with certain police units and special forces. Of course, this is the fixed stock version. Over there, they make them both in fixed and folding. I think for a shotgun, I'm happy with a fixed. You know, especially if we decide to shoot 3-inch Magnums. But so far, happy, and we'll hope to compare it to a Benelli M4 in the near future when time and weather allows. And thanks for tuning in, and yeah, check these out, do a little review on them, see what you think. Talk to you next time.